joining us, of course, does really not need an introduction, but WBIR anchor emeritus Bill Williams. You and Carl worked together for 2 decades plus.
Yeah.
And you were Brother Bill, and he
Yeah.
was Brother Carl, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
And talk about that time together. And I know we have just a few minutes, but I mean, what made it so special, the two of you?
Carl was so special. Well, to our audience, but to me.
Yeah.
I'll never forget the day I met him. The first day I came to work, July 5th, 1977. I was up in the newsroom, well, up.
Upstairs.
Up, yeah. And kind of looking around and leaning up and wondering what to do with my hands, and I was very nervous. And in walked this wonderful person. I didn't know at the time he was wonderful, but he came up and introduced himself. He said, "I'm Carl Williams." I said, "Well, I'm Bill Williams." And one of us, I'm not sure which one it was, I think it was Carl, said, "Well, we must be brothers." And after that, we were always brothers. Yeah. Not blood brothers, but certainly brothers in spirit. I know at one time, Carl said, and I agreed, I would say the same thing. Carl said, "Well, no, we're not blood brothers." He said, "I don't have a brother, but if I ever had a brother, I'd want a brother like Bill Williams. And if I had ever had a brother, I'd want a brother like Carl Williams." He was just the sweetest, most wholesome individual that you'd ever meet, and a good broadcaster.
Excellent.
An excellent broadcaster. Yes, indeed.
And after all of those years he was here, he's been such a member of the community, and you mentioned such a good broadcaster. What legacy do you think he leaves on the broadcasting industry here locally?
Well, I think anybody that knew him or knew of him knew his honesty and his integrity, his excitement about news, his excitement about being correct, being right, not necessarily being first, but being honest. I think that was Carl Williams, and that was an example, I think to all of us. I really believe that.
I think we learn lessons from the people who enter our lives. What lesson did you learn from Carl?
Patience. Yeah, really. He, you know, when I came here, he'd been demoted. Frankly, he'd been demoted, but he persevered. He stayed, kept his chin up, and he was put on the news, where he stayed for the rest of his career. And he was very patient, very kind, and he didn't insist that, "Oh, look at me, I'm something that I gotta be given this and given that." No, he took what he could get. He took the path that was open to him.
A gentleman, and I think we could all learn from him that patience,
Yeah.
especially in this day and time where everything is at light speed. Bill Williams, we can never see you enough. Thank you for being with us, and thank you for sharing your memories of Carl. We appreciate it.